When I was 16 years old, my dad took me to the Department of Motor Vehicles to get my learner's permit. I was so excited. I was leaning over the countertop, chatting up the clerk, telling her all the exciting things I was going to do with my license when I got it. I was even flirting with her a bit. And when we walked out, my father looked at me, and he was a very serious man. He had a look of disapproval on his face, and I asked him what I do. He said, "That was wrong. When you go to the government and you ask them for something, you don't want to be flip, you don't want to be funny, you don't even want to be remembered." And the subtlety of those words was lost on me at 16. But in the fullness of time, I've thought about that conversation many occasions. When you deal with the IRS or the state, particularly when you owe a lot of money, you don't want to be overly friendly, and you certainly don't want to be overly confrontational. What you want to do is pass through the system with as least friction as possible, quickly and quietly. What do you think happens when you argue every point, even if you argue successfully? Do you think the attorney or the revenue officer goes home and says, "Wow, that guy talked me out of everything. How impressive"? No. This is a vindictive agency, and it's made up of a lot of vindictive people. And presumably, you're going to be dealing with them for years to come. Much better to have a soft word where appropriate. Also, if something is inconsequential and really of no import, let it go. I liken it to a tennis match. The only thing that matters is where the ball goes. Everything else is nonsense.